Establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them. They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to set, as you've said,
touchdown, Packers. Devin Funches, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's a and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return comes Cobb. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out of a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. That'll bring up second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. It's caught by Funchess. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down now, it's Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Go off a handoff here to Swift. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. .96 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Making the catch is Sternberger. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 69 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll work knock this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 21-0 our score after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun. Gone. Got an open man. It's Ratley. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Here's Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4". The guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the red zone now, Goff. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Goff. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw is Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Room here to run. If you will get this into the end zone, touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 80-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. 189 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Packers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this one too low. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. Again, Goff. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Goff.
It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
From the gun, here's Goff. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
2nd down and 3. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Goff on 3rd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
2nd down and goal.
Goff. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
T.J. Hockenson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here comes Cobb.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Romeo Okwara, his second sack of the night. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Here's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's gone. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again is gone. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, gone.
On the slant, this is Perryman.
And he's brought down.
And Rashad Perriman's in his 6th NFL season. The Lions already his 5th team. He did have 30 catches last year with the New York Jets, but here in Detroit, hoping to recreate the magic his father created. Brett was quite the receiver for Detroit in his day. Played there 6 years, went over 1,000 yards twice. A first down catch for the younger Perriman.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, gone.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He was looking for Rashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On second down, Swift.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
70 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Lead will be cut down to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here are the Lions now. As they line up and kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure. He's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Packers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Field, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Flushed out right.
The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise. There. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. Number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Goff on first down. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the air again, Goff. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. There's Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And any offensive lineman getting ready to try and block Darius Smith knows he's in for a long ball game. 26 sacks in his first 2 years in Green Bay, including 12 and a half in 2020.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
And this one taken in by Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Goff throwing again.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
3rd and 2. Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On the delay, Jones. Just bowling over tacklers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football. point of the game, that means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on first down. Jones. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Out of the gun. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy that's going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Goff on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Goff now looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's just me and you. Mike 51. Watch the pass.
Now Goff. And he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
3rd and inches, and they've got some... Extra beef up front, 3 tight ends. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use it. At this point.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jones. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.